Hi, this is Alcan. Welcome back to my channel. Some interesting stuff has came up relating to the late Michelle Go, who was killed on a New York subway station back on January 15th. I don't know why I thought it was the 9th. It's the same line that Kendra Weddell was killed 23 years ago. Different station. But the backlash was more incredible this time than it was when Kendra Weddell was pushed in front of a train by a mentally ill person. This time, the city's in chaos. And how bad in chaos the city is? Well, if you looked at the last election, Eric Adams versus Curtis Sliwa, a good portion of the Asian community didn't vote for the Democratic candidate for mayor. And that's a good reason. Because, unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, came out of China, there's been an attack on the Asian community. Because they think, because it came from there, so therefore we should take it out on these people who's causing the problem. No. If you're going to be attacking the people who's causing the problem, that means it's the government of China, not the person who's working hard all day at a restaurant or a laundromat or a grocery store or somewhere else, or a very successful business like Fortune 500 company, to be going after them because they're Asian. That is a crime. It's a bias crime. So, as I can see, the Asian community in New York City feels that the Democratic Party is not helping them in any way. So this could be a problem for them later on in November. Because if you're losing more people from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party, you have a good chance that the House and the Senate will flip Republican this November. So, anyway, getting back to the situation, Michelle Go's employer was donating money to an organization that was helping the homeless, but unfortunately, they picked the wrong one. This organization, as I found out in the New York Post, was trying to keep the homeless in the subway instead of try to get them out of the subway. They filed a lawsuit against New York City Transit and I guess the MTA in the city because they made change of the rules in 2020 during the pandemic, trying to keep the homeless out between 1 and 5 because they're becoming a public safety nuisance, hazard, and a threat to public safety, whether they liked it or not. The organization sued, but unfortunately lost the lawsuit around June. I would say that employer, find someone else. You made a huge mistake. These people wanted to keep the homeless in the subway and act like, they have every right to be. I didn't know they had a right to push people in front of trains. A good portion of the people that push innocent passengers in front of trains or the side of trains, many of them are homeless and mentally ill. They don't belong in the transit system. I got assaulted by a mentally disturbed person myself in 1997. Ended up with a black eye and other injuries I can't recall. I had to end up going to the hospital. And of course, my employer didn't pay for the workman comp. Oh, yes, you were in uniform, but you weren't on company time. So, yes. So, my fear, of course, is whenever this individuals end up getting charged, the district attorney in Manhattan is going to try to downplay it. Because already they have failed to try to put a bias crime charge on the defendant. So, they already failed there. They're going to try to dummy down the charges because he already promised that all the low crimes he's not going to go after unless there's a felony. And then some felonies he's trying to reduce it to misdemeanors. So, Manhattan DA should not be left off the hook. He should have protesters in front of his office every day and drive him absolutely crazy, because that's the only way he's going to get the message across. This has been a very nasty January for us in New York. Now the problem is, the new mayor, Eric Adams, is trying to fight for the heart and soul of the city. And so far, he's losing. When you have a Manhattan district attorney that wants to release criminals no matter what, just like some other DAs had done across the country, you have a problem. The no cash bail, getting you time off from COVID in prison, desktop appearances, whatever the heck it's called, desk appearances tickets. A lot of these people have skipped bail or violated probation, and they're still looking for them. But guess what? Instead of having the whole police force of the city of New York going after the criminals, they have them going around looking for people violating the vaccine mandates. And they're still arresting people for that. I think it's time to give up this ridiculous nonsense of the vaccine mandates and use your whole force for crime, not the vaccine mandates. Don't go after the failed policies of Bill de Blasio, or de Bozo as I call him. In fact, Tuesday night, not long after the death of Michelle Go, they had a huge vigil for her at Times Square. You would think there was a protest going on, but it was a huge vigil. I've never seen anything like it. So, it might have also had persuaded Bill de Blasio not to run for governor. Not only that his numbers weren't looking good, but being that the Asian community is now fed up with crime and fed up being attacked upon, they're losing. The Democratic Party is losing votes because they're not doing the right thing. So, in closing, we had to do something to kick these people out of the system and get them where they need help the most. The transit system is no longer a place to keep the homeless. Any organization that wants to keep homeless in the subway system, you need your head examined immediately. You need medication as bad as the mentally ill people that are trying to kill us on the subway and do bodily harm. So this is Alcan saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. And remember, DA doesn't want to do his job. Show up at his office in numbers. He'll get the message.